hear you now?
Test 1 2.
There we go. Wonderful. I can actually hear you. All right.
Beautiful.
Sorry about that. Can I get your age?
42. He him.
Awesome. All right. So why are trans women not women?
They weren't born female. They're not women. They're a man.
Okay. So all women are born female? Oh, okay. Sorry. Maybe
Well, they all
maybe I'm on a delay.
females
I
all
apologize.
females grow into a woman.
Okay, great. So like when you say like your definition of a woman would be like an adult human female?
Correct.
All right, great. That's a good definition. I like it. Let's see here. I think we can agree on what a human is, right? Just a member of the Homo sapiens species,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Cool beans, cool beans. Oh, hi, man. Welcome up. Right, great. And then when I'm talking about an adult, I'm referring about somebody who's over the age of 18. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we agree on adult, we agree on human. Now, what about female? What is your definition of a female?
Well, it would be. I guess the female gender would be someone born that has the potential to bear a child. Eventually, they have a vagina and they have X chromosomes.
Hmm. Okay. So, female would be somebody who was born and has the potential to give birth later on in life. Okay, sure, I can work with that. Um, so, quick question. I know of plenty of females out there that have XX chromosomes and a vagina, but they cannot give birth. And that's because they don't have a uterus. Do you think that it's still possible to give birth without a uterus?
It is not.
Okay, great. So would that make these people no longer women or no longer female? Sorry,
No, they're still a woman.
they're still a female. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then my question to you is, then I think something with your definition is a little wrong. Then.
It's not. It's a generalization. I'm not talking about the 0.1%. Just like I cut off my arm, I'm still a human. Just because I have a deformity doesn't mean that I'm less of that thing, how I was birthed.
Okay, so that would be, it's not because you're losing an arm, right? It's because you still have human DNA. That's the reason why you're still a human.
Yeah,
That
and they
would be
still
the
have
You're
X
missing the point,
and
though.
they still have
no, no, no.
XX
Like,
chromosomes,
Please,
so they're still a
please,
female.
please stay muted for 1 second. Okay, great. So hold on a second. The that's why I'm asking like how we define these things, because when we're defining a biological category, there isn't going to be exceptions. There's not an exception. There's no human that's walking out there who has that doesn't have, sorry, human DNA, right? All humans are going to have human DNA because that's how we categorize humans. That's how we define this category that we're in. So when we're talking about females, which is another biological objective category that we are going to be defining, then that also has to be inclusive, because if you're saying to, okay, somebody needs to have the potential to give birth, has XX chromosome and a vagina, but yet you're accepting somebody that will never have the potential to give birth, then something with your definition is wrong because it's not applying to all females.
Incorrect. XX chromosomes would be the biggest factor of that.
Okay, great. So I can give you a case study right now with somebody with XY chromosomes who has fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, vagina, everything, and they were able to give birth. Is this person a male or a female?
I have no idea, but I'm not talking about this infantile percentage crap.
Well, I mean, you don't
This
like it.
that's not
That's
the
fine.
majority of these people that have gender dysphoria.
Yeah,
Okay?
because I'm trying to define the category of a female here,
Why?
and it's not my fault. Why?
Like,
Because
why do
it's
you guys
literally
get
one third.
so wrapped up in these the
Hold on.
definitions?
What?
It's
Hold
not a
on.
college
The
class,
re
okay?
the
This is real
Yeah, the
life
reason
shit.
why. Yeah, this is real life, and you don't know what's actually going on. We're talking
I do
literally
know what's
about
going
and
on.
sir, please stop. So you're gonna say, oh, I don't want to talk about the infantile 1%. Literally, there are more intersex individuals out there than there are trans people.
What's the percent? How many?
It's like 3% of the population is some sort of form of intersex. Well, it's literally less than 1% is going to be transgender, and even less than that 1% is going to be transgender women. So again, you want to say like these infantile percentages don't matter? They kind of do because we're already talking about an extremely fringe case already. So you, by even coming up here to debate this topic, are already talking about a small infantile case of a amount of people.
You
So
can't
you've
change
already
your
conceded.
gender, dude. You can't
You've
do
already
it. You're just
conceded that.
lying
Hold
to
on.
everybody. You're pretending.
You're just you're just. Can we just follow through with the line of logic? You're just honestly getting upset because I'm pointing out the flaws in your argument. And I get it. It's frustrating. But hold
Dude,
on,
this isn't
because I
psychology
can
class
give
and
you a
you're not going to
definition.
get in my head. This is not college.
No, I'm not trying
This
to get
is
in your head.
real
I'm just telling
life.
you the truth. And if you don't like it, that's on.
It's
Yeah,
not that
you
I
should
don't
have gone to
like it.
college. You
I'm
might have
here to
learned some
debate
things.
you at a normal level and not some definitional
This is a normal level.
textbook garbage crap.
This you, did or did you not say a woman would be an adult human female?
A woman is an adult human female. They have XX chromosomes.
Yep. So then that means somebody with XY chromosomes is always going to be a male, right?
Yes.
Great. So males can give birth.
Males cannot give birth.
So then what about that case of somebody with Swyer syndrome who's given birth? It's a person with XY chromosomes, but is literally given birth. What is this person?
Whatever the syndrome you if that's an actual medical syndrome, then that's what they have. They're not trans.
Yeah, okay, I never said we're not even debating trans right now. We're trying to
It's
figure out
your
what the word right when
graphic
we say the
says
word female.
trans right there.
Yeah, right now we're trying to agree on terms. This is how debates work. We're trying to agree on terms before we can make actual propositions. This is how
Oh,
debates work. If you're not
no,
familiar with how
it's not
debates
how
work, then
debates
that's your
work,
fault.
dude. It's
So,
not.
yeah, no, that is literally how debates work. If you're
No.
not used to like formal debates, then that's not
I'm
my fault. That's
I've
yours.
I've
Now, that
debated
moving on.
thousands of
So, we're
people.
trying. Yeah, and you probably haven't been good at it. So now moving on, I'm trying to figure out what you mean by the word female. So are you saying that this person who gave birth, what are they, male or female? Because as far as I'm aware, there's only two sexes in the human species, male and female, because we're gonochoric species.
Right.
So this person who gave birth, what are they, male or female?
If a person is able to give birth, they are a female.
Okay, so there's a female with XY chromosomes. So
XX.
obviously, no, she had XY chromosomes.
Oh,
It's called Swyer syndrome. You can literally look
Swyer
it up.
syndrome. Okay, I'm not here to debate some weird medical anomaly.
Okay, great. So it's either you accept the fact there's going to be some males or that some females, sorry, that have XY chromosomes, or you're gonna like swallow the pill and say that males can give birth. Which one is it?
You can't change your gender, and males can't give birth.
Okay, great. So there's going to be females with XY chromosomes then, right?
Females have XX chromosomes.
Not all females, because there's going to be some that have XY
Well, then let's
who
call them
may
something else. Let's call them Squire syndrome or intersex. I believe intersex was the actual medical term.
yeah, so again, is intersex actually a third sex?
I don't know.
It isn't. There's literally all medical providers, all medical institutions are going to tell you that intersex individuals are still either male or female. The reason
Right.
why we call them intersex is because they have differences in sexual development.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like a clownfish.
No, they're not a fish. They just develop a little differently than typical other people. So again, let's try not to dehumanize people, right?
Aw, dehumanizing
Yeah,
them.
we kind of are.
How do
That's
you
why you call them
dehumanize
clownfish.
somebody if you can't be not a human? How do you dehumanize somebody?
Yeah, well, when you're
You're
using
just scared of
dehumanizing
words?
rhetoric,
Are you guys just so soft?
well, like when you're referring to individuals like a clownfish, it's just like, okay, well, they're not
It was
fish.
kind of a
Like, not be an
joke.
asshole.
I've got a different profile picture, and it would have made sense if I had my other profile picture up. So excuse me.
Okay, so anyway, so now that we accept that there's going to be at least some females that have XY chromosomes, that kind of blows out your necessary condition there.
You can't change your gender, and there's no such
You
thing as
keep, you
trans.
keep, you keep saying that, but again, you have yet to provide me any evidence to that. Can you provide me evidence that there is no such thing as trans or that you can't change your gender?
Yeah,
Because,
you
by
can't.
the way,
You can't
written into
change your
your definition,
chromosomes, dude.
yeah. So,
You can't
oh,
change
what?
biology. You can't change the science. It's settled.
Wait, hold on. If if you can't change your chromosomes, but we understand that there's going to be females with XY chromosomes, what does your chromosomes have to do with this? Because obviously, you can have XY chromosomes and still be a female. What does that matter to me?
I don't know. I'm not talking about this infantile percentage. Again, we're going to go in circles here with this if you want to keep
Yeah,
going.
again, that's because you keep on going back to chromosomes. Your chromosome argument's already been debunked, my guy. Pick a better lane.
It is not.
It is not. Oh, okay. Do you even know how chromosomes are going to make you either male or female? I would love for you to tell me.
I don't know. Biology, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know biology. That's not a good way. So again, do you want to come up with a better argument, or do you just want to let somebody else who's more intelligent than you like talk on the matter?
Well, you still haven't explained to me how you can change your gender.
Oh, yeah, sure. I can explain that to you relatively easily. So written into your definition of adult human female implies that immediately that we can change our gender.
No, you can't change your gender.
Yeah, you can, because if you're not an adult human female, let's say like you're an adolescent human female, obviously you're not a woman then, right?
Yeah, you're a girl.
So yeah, you'd be a girl, correct. So
Mm-hmm.
ta-da, you can change from being a girl into a woman and be
It's
change from
the
being a boy into a man.
same gender overall, buddy.
How is it going to be the same gender if you
Well, I don't
define
really
a
want to
woman
talk
as an
about
adult?
kids. I know you guys are into kids and grooming
Oh,
them, so
okay.
I'd rather not talk about children. But I know
So
you Democrat little idiots
you're
are into
losing.
pedophile
You're
kids.
losing,
But
and you knew
yeah,
that you got called out on that.
no,
So
I just
again,
don't want to talk about girls.
you define a woman as an adult human female. That would
Yep,
mean anything that is not an adult would be in a different category, meaning
still the
that there's
same.
at
It's the
least
same overall gender and the same sex. Sex and gender are
same
the same
sex.
thing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
If sex and gender is the same thing, then why'd you define a woman as an adult human female? Why didn't you
Because
just say female?
that is what we refer as a woman as. And then when they're pre-18, they are a girl, but it's the same gender, it's the same sex. Like these are just semantical words here. Did we lose you? Did your Obama phone quit out?
Said I said if you genuinely believe sex and gender are the same thing, it doesn't matter. You should be looking at all females and saying they are women.
Yeah, but we call them girls for a reason. I mean, I'm
Okay,
fine with
but you
calling
just said
I'm
sex.
fine with calling a 0-year old a woman if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing to me.
Out.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm cutting out.
yeah, you are. Your Obama phone's cutting out.
Yeah, darn it. Anyway, fucking Trump, mega mobile here. Anyway, so hey, did you just say that you're fine calling little girls women?
Yeah, for your argument for this debate, just to simplify it.
Correctly.
I you cutting out, dude.
I said, did I hear you say that you're fine calling little girls women?
Yeah, for the sake of argument, to get past your semantical word game, sure.
Kinder.
Can women consent, Titan?
Kinder, you broke out.
Damn it. Can women consent, Titan?
To what?
Literally anything. Buying a house, getting a car, getting a mortgage, sex, anything. Like we would understand typical women to be able to consent.
Depends on the legal situation that's at hand.
Depends on the legal situation at hand. What do you
Hmm.
mean?
Well, in the state of Tim Walz's Minnesota, a 16-year-old can consent to schmex.
Oh, okay. So we can understand that adults can consent to sex, right?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. So when we're talking about a woman, right? So you don't believe all women can consent to sex. Women can in your worldview.
You're breaking out again, dude.
Yeah, Kinder, you're literally cut in and out. I don't think you clearly hear what Titan said.
This is pointless. You got to get a better phone, dude.
No, I didn't. Feel free to continue, Car.
Yeah.
No, I just have a shitty fucking Verizon.
Verizon's amazing.
It is not.
Never had an issue.
Yeah.
Car, can you go ahead?
Yeah, I got you. Titan. What Kendra's getting at is that genders are girl and woman. They're not the same thing.
They're overall
statistically different from
female.
sex. They both have the same sex, but they're not the same gender. They're gonna change gender from one being a child to an adult.
It's just a magical transition. When you turn 18, you're just magically a different gender.
Yeah, it's just a magical
it's
one.
amazing.
It's crazy. It's like how you grow up.
Crazy how
it's
that
like
works.
A magical transition.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, I genuinely don't understand. Can you explain that better?
What? That you go from
Like,
one gender to the next?
What do you mean? Like, it's not gender, it's just maturity. So going from a child
you're
to an
going from a
adult.
girl to a woman. You change gender categories.
No, it's
gosh.
just child growing into adult. It's maturity.
Yeah.
Right. And a child, an adolescent human female.
It's not gender. That's not gender.
Adolescent human female is girl. That is a gender. That is gender.
That's just what you call a child. That is.
What do you think genders are?
You define gender first, because I want to understand yours.
Genders are categories within a sex category that society created to divide up these groups.
But there's age involved with defining a child.
Yes, age, species, and sex is what's involved in gender. One isn't an adult. The other is an adult.
Okay, and define sex.
Sex is going to be a multi-dimensional classification of a biological category based on genotype and atomic.
Are you reading something right now?
No, I'm trying not to sneeze.
Beep.
I'm gonna keep this simple. You're born with what you're given, and if you decide later in maturity to then change your gender, which is
Oh, you muted her.
Yeah, they muted me.
That's
I'm
what
just
they
saying
do.
that once you are grown and you decide to make that change, yes, good for you. I believe you deserve respect if you choose to be trans. I think
Nobody
that
chooses to be trans, Aya.
Oh, they do.
Oh my God, it is a choice. It is a choice.
Oh no, it isn't.
100%.
The only thing that people choose to do is transition.
You come to a realization that you're having gender dysphoria, correct?
No.
Everyone has gender dysphoria. This is not.
No.
For one, if we're gonna have this debate, we can have this debate. Now, do you disagree with my definition of sex?
I don't understand your gender definition, but sex is sex. There's only two. You're male or female.
Are societal categories that we divide different groups within a sex category.
How many genders are there?
Hold on. Western society, we divided adolescent human females from an adult human females.
How many genders are there?
One women. These are genders.
How many genders are there?
At least
that's going to be dependent on the society.
How many genders are there? You guys want to play these definition games, and all of a sudden you're not being extremely.
That would be dependent on the society. Do you want to tell me the society you're
Our society. To? Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin. How many genders do I have in Wisconsin?
There are 4. There's 4 in our society.
There's
girl,
4?
What are the 4?
Yeah, girl, woman, boy, man.
Wow, I've heard of much more.
That still leaves it at 2, a boy or a girl.
Right, so there's only 2.
No, there's 4. Girl, woman, boy, man. There's 4 different gender
could a trans person decide to be a boy?
Huh?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Can you say that again?
Can a trans person decide to be a boy or a girl?
No one can decide to be a boy or a girl.
Why not?
But it's a gender.
That's not how it works.
It's absolutely how it works.
Nope, you don't get
you can't have it both ways.
Identity. You don't get to choose your gender identity or your gender.
So I'm 42, and now all of a sudden I'm a girl. Call me a girl.
Nope, doesn't work that way.
I also have now going to transition to a 13-year-old. I'm a 13-year-old girl. You better respect me.
Sorry.
13-year-old girl.
It doesn't work that way. Sorry. I don't know how many times I got to say it doesn't work that way.
Oh, it doesn't
Crazy
work that
how
way.
I just I told you it doesn't work that way. No
Let's
one
let
gets to
Allison
choose.
have a moment.
I'm not going to allow somebody to come up and say something like that and be disingenuous and then try and pontificate as if they were a minor. That's disgusting. No,
Yeah,
I
that
dropped
was
them.
gross.
I drop people for that. Like, that's unacceptable. And it's always grown-ass men that do that, and it's alarming to me. Zaya, you were talking about the aspects of sex and gender, or female, or in between, because sex as we know it in the medical community and the scientific community is considered bimodal. That means individuals exist within a spectrum between the two, can possess between or can
You're such a
possess any
scientist.
characteristics in between male and female. Those
You're such a
individuals would be classified and
scientist.
categorized as intersex individuals. We couldn't say that it's just black and white. Everybody lives on one side or the other. But here are the necessary 10. Chromosomes. Number 2, gonads. Number 3, hormones. Number 4, secondary sex characteristics often onset during puberty or after puberty. Number 5, external genitalia. Number 6, internal genitalia. Number 7, skeletal structure and variations within bone density. Number 8, gene expression. Compact understandings of levels and types of gene expression in the allosomic and the autonomic functionality, including things like DMRT1, SRY, and as well as FOXL2. Number 9, brain structure, understanding white versus gray matter and the volumetric mass and differentiation between male and female. And number 10, HRS, which is called human receptor sensitivity or hormone receptor sensitivity, which is designated by the INH3 and the subcalcular or the submedial calculus, or sulcus of the hypothalamus into the midbrain and activated through the front temporal lane.
Spit it
So
out,
those are the
Spitty.
necessary 10. And individuals within the human species have the ability to change some of those, not all of them, but some of those, which changes how your sex is actually defined and categorized. So depending on the individual.
So, like, if you changed majority, then you are that majority.
Nope, I don't say that because I'm not that kind of person, and I am somebody who's been in the medical sciences for well over 25 years.
Why aren't you at work
I
right
stand
now?
on a different kind of ground with that, and where it stands for me is that an individual can process through a transition and change a majority of those categorical characteristics.
Except the big ones.
But that does not, to me, classify them as such, meaning if you are a trans individual and you change your gonadal sex within a surgery, you change your hormones, so that's
You
2.
can't change
You
your
change your secondary
genitalia in
sex
surgery.
characteristics, which is 3. You change your external genitalia, which is 4.
You can't
and
do
then
that.
you change your hormone receptor sensitivity, which is number 5.
Can't
If you
do
change
that
all
either.
5 of those over to be more denoting towards the opposite sex of which you were born,
Right.
that does not make you female or male or the opposite
Right.
sex. In my designation and expertise in research of this, I would clearly tell people that I indicate or denote to being female. That's where I
Okay, I
stand
like
right
that
now.
definition a lot better.
I'm one of the few people that say that. Not everybody does, and that's okay, especially within our community. But I'm very much a scientific realist, and I would never espouse that. Even though I have 6 of those categorical 10 changed in my transition, I've never ever espoused to anybody in public, private, or otherwise, even professionally.
So you can't change your gender, is what she's saying.
I just say that I denote to female, assigned male at birth, and I'm a transgender woman. That's it. My gender represents the sex that is often presented within society, afforded, identified, and respected as. That's it.
And I respect that 100%. I think because I see disagreements with what you've just stated, I feel like people lose the fact that it still sounds in your definition as it's not so much as a choice, but as regards that you.
I guess
They're grooming her.
To you.
This
I would
is
qualify that as
grooming.
a partial qualifier within gender dysphoria. I wouldn't say it's an exquisite or developing when you're 25, and that's relatively accurate, but not scientifically accurate. The part of the brain that stops developing is the temporal perspective. It does not stop evolving. It's what they call synaptic firing. and the evolution of decision processing. Because as you get older, and you can probably understand this, when you're 18, you think you know everything, and you make all these decisions because you think you know the world, right?
Right.
But when you're 30 and 35, you reflect back and realize maybe those decisions weren't the best financial decisions, or maybe they weren't the best educational decisions. That's the evolution of your temporal brain showing you through reflection of others around you and your own choices of a possibly. That's why they say retrospect is always 2020, right? Like,
Right. That makes
when,
sense.
yeah, exactly.
Are you going to
So-
try to groom her now? Is that what you guys do here? Is the grooming?
No, there's no.
It sounds like
grooming.
you're a
This isn't
groomer.
grooming. They're being educational.
What,
This
yeah,
is
that's
all
what's
pay
about-
called. That's
attention,
what
dude.
grooming is. It's education to the
No,
to the grooming.
no. Mosquito,
No?
can you please stop?
What, you sound like a groomer.
I'm not a
Saying-
child.
Is that all you have? Is that the best retort you have, Mosquito? Because
Well, it's a big retort. I would like you to stop grooming children. That would be really cool.
You know what I would like? I would like for you to not be a disingenuous asshole.
I would like you to
know
stop
what I would
grooming.
like? I would like for you to not be a disingenuous asshole. And
Well,
for
you're a
that,
groomer.
when you feel like you can be a mature adult and have a conversation, we will re-invite you
Oh,
back up. But
I
until
found a
then, I'm
groomer.
revoking your panel access. Thank you, and have the day you deserve. Back to our conversation, Zaya, however you say that.
It's Zaya. Yeah.
The rest of the brain, like the medial sulcus, the cerebellum, the cerebrum, the